Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもしクララに任せて本日のショー楽しんでねみんなの大好きなラフでショーガールはい雷クララです落雷の準備を雷が主役になる今回になりよしよし Let's have a fantastic day. Watch me. Are you ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Fantastic lights, camera, action. Yay! 漢字読めない子 Is this thing on? どうなんあなたの視線はクララのもの Get ready to be thunderstruck. もしもし
Ah, hello there, traveller. Come here for a mead. Oh, so good to see. I haven't seen you around these parts. Trust you are getting rid of the werewolves out there. Ah, a good working man. Could use one of those myself. Well, take a seat, take a seat. Take a mead. What's that? Ah, yes, that's the town bard, if you will. You know, he's a little, strange, odd, but he's a good lad. Say, you wouldn't be looking for a boy, would ya? Nothing, just, you know, my son's gone missing a while, and, not quite sure where he is. No rush. He is quite annoying, and, bit of an idiot, if you will. But he was good work in the back, you know. Don't have him working with the meat, of course. Well, don't put a rush on it. Like I told you, you know, it's good that he's not here. But if you know anybody who's looking for work, sorry, mead's gotten to me. If you know anybody who's looking for work, you could always send them my way. Would appreciate it. Say, did you feel the earthquake this morning? It's quite frightening. Don't get many of those here. And I haven't even been here that long. No, I haven't been here that long at all. I'm actually not from Skyrim. Oh, you wouldn't know it. Don't worry about it. What's that? I sound British to you? Not quite. So, you enjoying Whiterun? It is it's a cozy little place, I will say. Cozy little Whiterun we live in. I just hope the werewolves are dealt with shortly. Could you imagine werewolves took my son? Do you think they'd have eaten him? Should I work on making a new son? I could use some hands, but I don't really have the, you know, don't quite have the gold to pay for it, so... Child's a lot of work, though, let me tell you. Especially when they're younger. Why, are you in the business of making a son? I don't know, you traveller. Maybe if you convince me. It's just, you know, it's not lonely exactly running a tavern. It's not lonely at all, see? Because many people come in, you've got the regulars. Like I said, we've got the old bard over there who never really knows when to shut up, but it's fine. And we've got the lot of them, you see, the three over there. They come in regularly, at least once every 2 nights. Then there's old Seamus over there. Don't know what he's always doing, you know. Comes in here the moment we open until the moment I push him out because I need to go to bed. Not really sure what he's up to. Does he have a wife? Kids? A job?
This next song goes out to the dragon,
God.
the savior of Skyrim. How do one's wings, they did darken the
At least he's a good singer, you know.
His raw fury's fire.
It could be so much worse, trust me. The bard over in the other town, terrible. I believe they beheaded him for it. Don't blame him, to be honest. You'd think it's harsh, but trust me, it was that bad. No, he's good, he's good. He has his moments.
Heroes on the field of this new order wage.
God, I just wish he'd, learn a new song is all. You, it's your first time here. You haven't really heard anything yet but me. I swear, every night he says the same things, plays the same playlist. It's a little much. This song? I think he's been playing it for the last 3 years. I wouldn't mind if he got beheaded, to be honest. Although it'd be a little quiet in here. But hey, maybe a new bard would join in. Rumors! Well, like I said earlier, there's been talk of werewolves. What else? The sun. Although I suppose that's not really a rumor, he's just, missing is all. Again, don't really mind. Except for the work that's been missing. Grave digging? What you talking about, vampires? Or those dang skeletons in those dungeons? Let me tell you, I didn't even mean to go there. I just walked into the forest one day looking for berries and, well, there you have it. Quite scary, isn't it? Hello there, travelers. Hello, welcome to Whiterun. Wasn't expecting a group of people to walk in. Don't really know how to deal with this at the moment. Feels a little awkward now, let me tell you. I'm a bit abashed that I decided to do this today. But we'll keep up appearances, won't we? What are we doing? We're enjoying a mead. Welcome to Skyrim. First time? I've been here for a few years now. Opened my tavern about 4 years ago. It's when the bard found me, 3 years ago. But I moved here. How long's it been now? 7 years? It's been rough. It was rough in the beginning, let me tell you. Once I opened the tavern, it's been pretty steady. Am I British? No, I'm not from these parts, though. You all right? Skyrim's a bit new to me, still. Mostly because I've been, in Whiterun the whole time. Haven't really ventured much. Except for the town over, the bard. Bless his soul. Kinda deserved it. Repair your weapon? No, that would be the place over. You're gonna want to go next door for that. I don't work with weapons myself. Trust me, you don't want me touching that sword of yours. Unless you like to see a woman in pain. Do you enjoy that sort of thing? Are you, what do you call it? What's that word again? I believe it's sadism. Well, I don't fancy that all the time. My dress, well, like I said, not from around these parts. I must say it was quite a culture shock, I guess you could say, when I first moved here. Everyone looked at me a little strange. I got the odd holler every now and then. There used to be a man who came in here heckling me every night. Disappeared one day. Wonder what happened. Me? I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about it. Where am I from? You wouldn't know it. Trust me, love. Wouldn't know it, even if I said. It's okay. It's all in the past anyway. 7 years, I'm basically from Skyrim now. Did you hear that? Dang werewolves. I swear, I don't know why we don't fix this issue faster. If we had just gotten rid of them, years ago when they started appearing, they wouldn't have multiplied like they did. Are you... Sir? Are you implying this be a brothel? Let me tell you, I don't have any women. I do have rooms, though. So, let me tell you. If you can court a woman, bring her here, convince her to come with you, then I can set you two up with a room and pay no mind. Men, well, you can see the group over there. They're sloshed enough to, play your cards right. They'll probably let you in. Yes, please, please get the werewolves. They've been bothering me. This tavern used to be full. Now there's 4 people. Well, 5 now, including you. 5 customers only. All because the werewolves have scared people away. It used to be so lively in here. It's been like this for several months, let me tell you. Not great. A familiar face! Hello! Why are so many people coming in today? Don't know how to feel about this. You be careful about the werewolves, Raina. It's not great out there. I found bodies after their attacks, It's gruesome, really. Limbs pulled off the body. They don't even eat all the meat. I swear, it's almost like ritualistic. They leave their hearts in the chest cavities. Disgusting stuff. I swear they do it just to scare us, Irie? How'd you know Irie? What'd she do this time? You think she's running the werewolves? Do you suppose Irie's a werewolf? I never thought of it that way. I thought her being a wolf was more of a gimmick. Wanting to be one with nature and all that. Didn't actually put 2 and 2 together. Oh my god. She might be a werewolf. Hypothetically, if you had a werewolf problem and you found out that, your good friend, let's say twin even, was probably running the pack. What'd you do about it? I mean, she is scaring away my customers. I can't have that. It's not great. It's not a great situation we found ourselves in. Why would she do that? She could go to the town. Oh, God.
Staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone.
You know what? This song's not bad. Even though I hear it every night.
Just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own.
See, I told you, it's not terrible. Maybe get a band together. Oh. Singing political songs again. Well, it's the same audience as always, so I suppose it's not a big deal, but sometimes the customers get a little rowdy around this one. A bit of silver, well. I don't have silver, but I do have other assets we could look into. Unless, of course, a lady friend isn't your idea of a good time. Skooma! You shouldn't ask during these times. Tell you what, though. Once everybody's gone, I do have a bit in the back. I just don't want to get them too rowdy, you know? They get drunk enough as is. They're a little, hectic. A bed? Yes, we've got many beds. As I told you earlier, you know, haven't gotten many travelers in here recently. Means all my beds are free. Quite sad. Hence the, you know, don't have much silver. Oh, you're into giants. So you are a freak, aren't you? You know, there is a giant living not too far from here. Wouldn't recommend it. You might not come back. But you could give it a try. Do you let me watch? I would like to see how that would happen. No, it's nothing weird. I just, you know, curiosity is a thing. You could say I do a bit of research in my downtime. You got an arrow to the knee. You know, I've been hearing so many stories about arrows to the knees for the past 7 years. What is it with everyone in Skyrim? Everyone in Skyrim's got an arrow to the knee at one point. You'd think it's not that, you know, that big of a spot. Why are so many people coming today? There's more people to judge my accent. Look, I'm not from round these parts, okay? Welcome back. Welcome, my good friend Pippa. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you bringing in some customers at least during these slow times. Or with the werewolves and whatnot. Take a seat, everyone. Plenty of seats to go around. Just don't mind the bard over there. Fifth graders. Well, you know, I've heard they're pretty smart recently. The education system in Skyrim's getting pretty good. You seen that place? Where was that? They've got a college now, don't they? Up in, Winterhold. Getting rather smart. The cheese. Well, this here's my lucky cheese, but you can have another one if you'd like. I do have more in the back. This one's just, this one's gotten me through some hard times. Don't really know how to explain it. A fish, of course. Of course. The fish is fresh, you know. I do fish in my downtime. Used to get my son to do it, but, well. I do wonder if the werewolves got to him. Be a shame. But, you know, life goes on.
This is a local favorite and
Oh,
one of the
God.
first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
I suppose for you, you know, first time hearing these stories must be nice.
As he told of bold battles and gold he
Like
had
I said, he's not
made.
bad. It's just, you know, every night listening to the same thing. On and on and on.
When he met the shield
Yes,
maiden,
my
Matilda
son,
said,
you know, he's a little daft in the head, but good worker. Well, was. If he's passed, God rest his soul. Not sure. Been looking for him, but can't find him. You know? I pulled a lever. It was odd. I was told to pull a lever. And then the lever says that my son's been unleashed, and I don't really know what that means. But anyway. And then I'm told that I'm to find a lady who will give me my son. Lady never showed up. Don't really know what's up there. Little odd. Maybe she kidnapped him. Maybe she took him to work for her. Gods. Can't find good work around here. Doing all the fishing myself's a little, well, it's not ideal. Oh, sweet rolls, you know. I don't have any at the moment, but I could make some. I could. Would you like that? Like a little treat? I'll make you some sweet rolls. Now, all you have to do is remind me in about, let's see, 20 minutes. Fire's nice and hot. 20 minutes should do. You remind me to get those sweet rolls out for you, okay, love? Thank you, dear. Rumors, you asked. Rumors. I really don't know much outside of the werewolves and the vampires recently. I suppose the bard would know more, if you can ever get him to shut up and stop singing. But you know, I do hear snippets now and then. Ooh, you know the neighbors. Next building over. Oh, the blacksmith, actually, yes. Heard he's been, eyeing someone who isn't his wife. And his wife's found out. Not too happy about it. I heard people saw him yesterday. Bandage around his finger. Looked like he might not have one anymore. Well, you don't double-cross a woman, like I've said. No, you don't double-cross a man either. You know, just try your best not to double-cross anyone. Would really do for the best. Speaking of double-crossing, back to this Irie business. Do you really suppose she's, you know, the head of that pack? The werewolves? I really did think she was just, you know, playing a part. You know, fake tail, fake ears. I didn't think she was actually a real wolf, let alone a werewolf. You know, it's hard to think that your friends might be lurking in the background, waiting on your demise. Possibly eating your son, unless that woman took him, you know. The Khajiit. I mean, okay, they look a little untrustworthy, I will say. They are good people, you know. I'm not one to be racist around these parts, you know. Argonians, Khajiits. I myself am not from around here, so I'm not one to talk. I don't wish to discriminate against, you know, just because they're a little hairy. Could you imagine fancying a Khajiit, though? No, it's not, you know, not anything, not to be, hateful, just the fur is quite a lot, don't you think? I suppose if you had enough skooma in you, could forget about the hair. Or even start to find it attractive. I have heard, actually, there is a lady in town who once thought about getting together with a Khajiit. But she herself, she's, what's that? What is it? What's that old technology, you know? The dwarven... Can't remember at the moment. Maybe the mead's got to my head. She's one of those, you know, not quite human. Dwemer, she's not really... Thing is, right? She's not, now this is gonna sound odd. She's not quite a Dwemer. She's, of the technological variety. Name's Erina. She did have a crush on a Khajiit once, I had. Ask him for your Khajiit friend. Are they the boys outside? You know, the group changes every now and then. They are travelers. It's nice to meet new faces, you know. Oh, the Falmer, I've heard are vicious. Like I said, don't really go about outside of Whiterun. But from what I've heard, it's not great. You know, Skyrim wasn't always like this, I heard. Only been here 7 years myself, but in the past they say it was a bit more peaceful. Don't say that too loud around here. Politics, you know. Never know who's gonna be your enemy if you say things like that, let me tell you. I just stay out of those things altogether. For the best, really. Let them solve their problems. Doesn't really affect me much, to be honest. You know, I just run this tavern. I'll be on whoever's side, let's say, gives me a free hand round the tavern. Make up for my son. Or the side that helps me make a new son. Well, you do get lonely, you know. I do think about stopping, you know. Maybe settling down sometimes. But I'm so busy with the tavern. You know, I sleep almost all day. Hardly any time to meet a good man. Or a good woman at that. But, you know, it would be nice, maybe. Then maybe he could help around the tavern. As it is, I do my own fishing in the morning when everybody's gone. Making the mead. Preparing things like the garlic and berries. It's a little difficult. And then, of course, I have to run shop. Hammerfell, I've not. None of them came round here recently. Although I suppose they might be, getting away from the werewolves again. Recently we only get people from Whiterun. Same group every night. Oh, I wouldn't suggest trying to pet a dragon, love. can be vicious. You know, I saw one once. Flew wider. Ah, my goodness, sorry. The mead really is getting to me. I saw one fly right over Whiterun. Quite scary thing. I think it was wearing a hat. Big old hat. Never seen a dragon do that. Never seen a dragon. Didn't expect them to look so macho. I think he was saying something about Slim Jims. Not sure what that is. Oh, nothing. Just thinking about it, you know? It was frightful, don't get me wrong, but something about it was just quite entertaining. But yes, I have heard of the dragon you speak of. Sire, was it? Yes, I've heard rumor. Haven't seen it round here, though. Heard that one's a bit more docile. Doesn't go right out of its way to attack. Might be why I haven't seen it. Probably a good thing dragons can be messy business. Breathing fire, ice. NASA! I don't suppose they would be in the same regions, though. Yes. I've heard that NASA comes from the more eastern side of Skyrim. Whereas Sire's more on the west. Probably for the better. Do you suppose dragons can be territorial? I have to tell you, it's strange times we live in. Well, they used to say that the dragons have been, you know, gone. And then somehow bringing back to life or something. I don't really remember the stories. Don't really go out much myself, so all I hear is from the tavern. A man crushed by a club. I told you about those giants. Flew into the sky. Do you suppose he hit him? Wait. Did he hit him over the head? Odd. I would have enjoyed seeing that, though. How do you get close enough to not be seen? I suppose the other one was a good distraction, though. Ah, yes, the god of Shrek. Good choice. Well, you're in luck, because in Whiterun, we actually do have a shrine dedicated to it, though you might want to watch out for the strange man who hangs out around it. Little odd. No, he's just yelling about, you know, worship, this and that. Look, don't get me wrong, I do worship the gods. Well, still picking one, but, you know. It's a little strange. Being that, dedicated, I guess. I swear he's round there every day. Don't know if he has work. Wonder if he'd like to run a tavern. Could use a vacation. Eastern and Western dragons, I wouldn't know, love. It's suppose only one of those, what do you call it, adventurers could tell you. Or maybe the guard. They might know more about it. Or even the bard, actually. Bard might know some things. He knows some stories. Don't think he has a song about dragons, though. Wonder why not. I haven't heard from Soulsteam in a while, sorry, love. With the werewolves running around, it's, pretty terrible out there. They used to come round here, let me tell you. Used to get travelers from all over. That's how I heard of the, what was it again? Winterhold, yes, their new college. Do you suppose women enroll there? Never been to a school in Skyrim, wouldn't know. Irie? Look, I've done nothing to Irie, though I would like to know where she is. Have some business with her now. Would like to question her about these werewolf sightings. Well, I'm asking you, love. Are women allowed to go in Skyrim? I'm unsure. I'm not from around here, so, you know. The guard, where there's usually one patrolling outside this time. Keeping, you know, lookout for the werewolves. Though some of them might not be at their posts at the moment. Circling around the woods, you know. Keeping an eye out. Keeping us safe. Aptitude. So women can enroll. You know, not really sure what I would enroll in, even if I could go. Don't suppose I'd want to leave my tavern behind. Only things I can really do is, well, fish, make mead, cook a good sweet roll. Hey, has it been 20 minutes yet? Skumash, love. Like I said, once everyone's gone home, we can enjoy some ourselves. Four more minutes, 3 more minutes. Thank you, love. Can't keep track of the time myself. Never been quite good at that. Roast. You know, I don't usually make roast, but sometimes for the holidays. Have to tell you, I'm more good at, well, the sweets variety, alcohol variety, and some fish. Ale, of course, love. Tomfoolery? I suppose the bard's a closest option here. We used to have a man, a gentleman if you will, who played some tricks in the town, but haven't heard of him as recent. A little worried. Either he was too much of a fool and got himself taken in by the werewolves, or he was even more of a fool and got him taken in by the guards. Not great. Do you suppose he could have killed a chicken? Possible. he was always a jokester, but his jokes were never that great. A godly trickster? Now, whatever could you mean by that? Would love to know. Whatever could you mean by that, love? I think we might be mixing up storylines here. Perhaps. Perchance. Man dressed as a jester? No. Why? You looking for a man like that? I could ask around. You know, once we get more travelers in at least. You deal with these werewolves. I suppose I could talk to Irie first, though. She was supposed to come around yesterday, but she hadn't. And there was a werewolf sighting yesterday. You don't really think. I just... you know. Couldn't live with myself if I had to, you know, give my friend over to the guard, but... she's hindering my business, nothing really I can do. Sweet rolls are ready. Thank you, love. Now, who would like some sweet rolls? I made quite a few, not to leave anyone out. Oh, this pot can hold much more than you think. Don't worry about it. All right, now I do have some icing to put on the sweet rolls. Who would like icing and who wouldn't? Lusty Argonian Maid. Been a while since I heard that one. You know, I have all 3 volumes up in my room. It's a good story. Icing! Haven't heard of icing. So I know what we call it in these parts. Well, it's a sweet garnish, I guess you could say, to put on the sweet rolls. A bit raunchy, I suppose. But we're all adults here, aren't we? Where am I from? Oh, like I said, darling, you wouldn't know it if I said it. Sheogorath, I have not. Is that another dragon? This is my voice, love. Did you expect me to sound some other ways based on my appearance? I suppose my accent is a little odd, especially in Skyrim, though. Still haven't really accustomed. Been here 7 years, but, you know. Your accents start to get fumbled around the more you move. Shaka meat. Now, haven't come around any of that recently. What with the, you know, werewolves, there are not a lot of travelers. So most of what I make is from local wildlife, unfortunately. It's a bit harder to get my hands on some of the better stuff. But say, if you could bring me some meat that you'd like me to cook, I could do that for you. Roll with icing and a pint, of course, love. Oh, just my My homemade mead. You'll enjoy it, trust me. Silver for the werewolves. You know, I'm not really advanced in that aspect. I'm not a fighter myself. I only fight things off if I have to, really. Don't like to go venturing into trouble. You could ask the guard, though, what they think is best. Have you heard of the Dragonborn? See, I've heard stories, but I never really, well, I'm not sure if I believe it or not. A murder in Riften? Old lady who runs an orphanage. Oh, I've heard stories about that lady. She was terrible. Good riddance, probably for the better. Don't suppose they'd be heartbroken, to be honest. God rest her soul, I guess. May Shrek be upon her. Are you the Dragonborn? Was that a... what do you call it? A call? A scream? Be careful around here. People might look at you strangely.
What's so good about it, huh?
Oh, well,
Doesn't
good
seem
day.
they heard you, though. The Cloud District. Sorry, haven't heard of that. What's that, love? No, Shrek can't be the Dragonborn. Shrek's the god, silly. You know, the one that the guy in the town is always raving about. Not really 100% sure of his teachings, but just haven't really had time to sit down and, you know, study it much. My traveler, you do have a interesting accent, don't you? Of course you can have a mead, but I might ask for some identification first, if that's all right. Nothing personal, you know, just business. Okay. Everybody, who took the sweet roll? You know, I made enough for everyone. Could have just asked if you wanted one. Don't take things from others. It's all right, love. I've got more. Yes, any form of identification that you would have would be fine. Even just the fella next to you, you know, giving me a word that you're old enough to have this mead. You know, I can't have the guard on me again. Giving mead to minors and all. It's not great. I didn't know I couldn't give my son mead in Skyrim. You know, he just talks so much. I just wanted him to go to sleep. Do you suppose he ran away? Love, just ask for one if you'd like more. I have plenty of sweet rolls to go around. I wasn't expecting this many people, but, you know, I always come prepared. A bed for the night! You know, it's been rather lonely recently. You can have it for 5 gold. Usually I might charge more, but times are hard, so I'll give you a discount. And also because you're so handsome. 25 pints of mead. So you might want to slow down there a bit, don't you think? How about I give you one now. Once you're done, I give you another. And we'll keep on going that way. All right? Meat's good. It seems the 5 gold is a lot for some and not much for many. Well, might depend on where you are in Skyrim. Here in Whiterun, that's a pretty good deal, let me tell you. Don't know where you hail from, but Whiterun, you know, usually we could charge 10 gold even. Pickpockets in these parts. You go tell the guard out there. He'll get someone in here. They're pretty good at sniffing pickpocketers out, you know. They have an eye for it. That or they're always getting the wrong guys. Don't suppose they would do that, would you? So you have read The Argonian Maid. Don't say too much things like that. You're gonna get everybody riled up. Oh, I look ravishing. Thank you, dear. Like I said, you know, my clothes not from around here, so, at first I did try to assimilate, I really did, you know, Skyrim culture and all that. But, you know, I found that customers are actually, more likely to walk in if they know that I'm not from around here, so... Figured I'd keep up the look. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand that language. But I do recognize a few words. You called me... a woman, first. Something about beauty, which I do appreciate. Shh, like I said, love, the skoomers in the back, but I'm a bit wary of selling it right now. Once everyone leaves, we can share some ourselves. Oh, the locals have, you know, they've become accustomed recently. I've been here 7 years now in Whiterun. Thank you, love. Oh, you speak the language. You know, I would like to speak more of the languages of Skyrim, but there's quite a few. Your husband, Alva. You know, I wouldn't think of crossing a lady or a man. Don't worry about that. An idea for the werewolf problem? Interesting, would like to hear that. Paralysis. Meat to put the poison on. And a hunting party. You know, not a bad idea. And what do we do if we find out Irie's been around it? I don't know if I could do it myself, you know? But at the same time, I feel like I should be the one to put the dagger in if it is her. Feels fitting. Look, love, don't look into my accent too much. I myself don't really know exactly what accent I have at this moment. It's a mixture, you know. I'm not from Skyrim originally, and then I came to Skyrim 7 years ago, so it's a strange jumble, could be. Look, if Irie's the one behind the werewolves, then I've got no choice. sorry, but, you know, she's been a good friend, but things, you know, it's bad for business, it's bad for the town. Ah, you like looking young, do ya? Interesting. You know, I always thought lads wanted to look older. Suppose when you reach a certain age, though, you start to want to look younger, don't you? Ah. You know, I don't mind the thought of getting older. If anything, I just feel lucky to have gotten here, you know? So many souls who would have wished to get as old as I could. Like that bard over, you know, in the other town that, well, beheaded. Eh. What can you do? You know, me, myself, I don't really, how could I say? Don't believe I've got many, well, hard lines when it comes to a gentleman, you know? Just want them to be kind as all, and not a werewolf. The bard. He's, you know, he's got his own charms to him. Like I said, I do wish he'd get a new playlist, but, well. Yes, the bard in the town over. Actually, that might have been Riften. Wow. Quite a few deaths going on in Riften recently, huh? Green? Do you mean like an orc? Can't really see myself with an orc, to be honest, but, well, I'll give anything a shot once. There's even a fancy Khajiit outside tonight, you know? Well, when you've been looking for a husband as long as I have, you start to, broaden your options, let's say. Reforming the Dawn Guard? Vampire hunters. Ah, probably because all the vampire sightings recently. Not surprised. Old fort near Riften. So much going on in Riften. Might consider joining them. Good luck to you, lad. Couldn't do it myself. Like I said, not a fighter. I just want to settle down, you know? Keep my tavern up. I'm more of a, helping from the sidelines, you know? Hello, hello, travelers. Riften's an interesting place. I've only been there once myself. Heard that bard sing his songs, you know, one night, and then next night he was gone. Figured I'd leave as well. My son's father. Messy story. But I suppose if you want to hear it, let me just get some meat in me. Well, it was about 9 years ago now, was it? Met a man, you know. And, well, he, well, let's just say there's a reason I'm not a huge fan of werewolves. Oh, no, he wasn't killed by a werewolf or anything, no, he was the werewolf. You know, I didn't even find out until, well, one night, you know, both a little filled with mead, dancing along, you know, doing some Some things that might make the Argonian maid shy. Before you know it, I've got a werewolf in front of me. Had to end it there. Do you suppose my son turned into a werewolf? I mean, he was technically half werewolf then, wasn't he? Could my son be in the pack of werewolves? He did go missing around the same time. Well, like I said, wouldn't be hugely missed. Idiot like his father, really. Yes, I will say, next time I settle down, I would like to be with someone a bit, you know, maybe someone who went to that college up there, Winterhold. Yes, someone a bit more educated might be nice. Not that I don't like the rough type. You know, rough around the edges a little bit. Can be quite fun. Wouldn't really, you know, want to be with a werewolf again, though. It's a bit of a different story. But about that paralysis potion we were talking about earlier. Yes. If you go outside, you'll find pretty easily. Town's not too big. I think it's to the left of here. You'll find the potion maker. She probably has some. And then we could get rid of this werewolf problem once and for all. Find out if Irie or my son are around it. A werewolf too young? Well, he certainly looked like an adult. What you mean by that? Argonians! You know, I never really thought about it. Don't get many Argonians around here. Not sure why, they don't really show up in Whiterun much. Khajiits are more around here. An Argonian. You know, like I said, try anything once. Although I do wonder, is their skin cold? Do you think that would add to the experience or take from it? Like I said, I don't discriminate around here. Get enough meat on me, Khajiits could look into, you know, pretty handsome. Do Argonians have... I don't believe I've ever seen a Argonian, couldn't tell ya. Gosh, I hope not. Unsightly things. Couldn't imagine them on an Argonian. Although then again, female Argonians do have, well, assets of their own. A little strange for a reptile race, but if they have the parts, I suppose the males might as well. Weresharks. Never heard of that one before. Must not be around Whiterun. Been fishing here for a few years now. Haven't seen any of those. Flame sacks. Are you suggesting that female Argonians can shoot fire? And that fire is stored in their
This next song goes out to the Dragonborn, the savior of Skyrim. Alduin's wings, they did darken the sky. His roar fury's fire, and his scales sharpened scythes.
Well, there he goes again.
Men ran and they cowered.
A lizard sack. Then where do the male Argonians have their fire?
They bled as they issued.
Second thought, I don't think I want to know.
We need saviors to free us from out.
Do you really believe in the Dragonborn?
Heroes on the field of this new
I mean, like I've said, I'd heard word. They even say the Greybeards are talking to someone right now, but didn't suppose it was real, to be honest.
lost in the
Just can't imagine it. But then again, couldn't imagine, you know, dragons being brought back to life and all that. A little strange.
that terrible day. Steadfast as winter, they entered the fray.
A Greybeard! You know, I've never met them. Why, they handsome? Look, I don't. Age, Khajiit, Argonian, human, orc. It's all the same at the end of the day, don't you think? This is a tavern, love. We're in Whiterun. Remember? I had too much mead. Might want to sit down for a while there. Bring you some water.
Is over, and the dragons are gone.
Ah, though the meat is good, I don't blame you. I do have plenty of beds available. My room's upstairs as well. It's where I keep my collection of books. Although I mainly reread the Argonian Maid series, you know. A lonely night, what's a woman to do? Don't judge. Well, the dragons are real, love. Of course they are. I've seen one myself. When was it? Suppose it was about a week ago. About a week ago now. Saw a dragon fly right over. Terrifying sight. Ah, I suppose you're one of the late party that came in. That's why you didn't hear this story. Yes. About a week ago now, dragon flew right over Whiterun. You know, it was really strange. Wore a hat, yelling about Slim Jims. Not sure what that is, but it was frightening. Breathed fire. Never seen anything like that. Sometimes I do regret coming to Skyrim just because, well, it's a little dangerous, you know. But the danger does keep things fresh. The mages blew up Winterhold, but I thought that's where the college was. Do you suppose the college is all right? Well, guess I'm not finding myself an educated husband anymore. You know, all I want in Skyrim is you know, a man who's got a house and maybe, you know, maybe we could adopt a child from around here. Just some help around the, you know, around the house, around the tavern as well. Why not my own kid? I told you he's missing. Might be a werewolf. Can't have that around here. Not unless we can find some way to stop them from transforming. Don't think that's feasible, though. No, better just get rid of him. Start from scratch. He's a bit of an idiot anyway. Not really worth his salt. Can you not wear a shirt? My son? Well, he's a bit of an idiot. I'm not surprised you're asking, to be honest. If you'd met him, you'd know. It's a bit dense in the head. But, you know, there is something fun about raising your own kid. Just don't know if I could do it again, love. But I suppose if I had someone else around here, you know, last time it ended up being a werewolf, so it wasn't great. Maybe this time things could be different. Tax write-offs. You know, I usually just well, I run my own tavern, so, and the guard doesn't bother me much. I don't usually tell them all my earnings, but they might be letting me off easy because I'm a woman, so might want to be cautious in that realm. Good night, love. Hopefully see you around here, you know, on a different occasion. It would be nice, really, you know, find someone. It's just, you know, like I've said, it's hard. Used to be more travelers in here, but even with travelers, you know, if they don't, well, they don't want to stay in Whiterun, that's not really feasible for me. Unless they've got the money to open a tavern somewhere else, but I don't know if I'd want to leave Whiterun, really. It's quite nice around here, you know. I've gotten to know the locals. They've gotten to know me, even if the bard is a little annoying with his songs. You know? A maid dress! Well, I have an apron, that's about it, you know. When I'm cleaning up. Don't suppose that's quite the same thing, though. What is with everyone getting shot in the knees? Loves, protect your knees. I do wonder if you've heard of knee pads. Great invention. Might want to look into it. Isolde! Is she looking for a mammoth tusk? What for? See you around, traveler. If ever you're back in Whiterun, you know. You come over here. I'll give you a maid on me. Bandits! On top of all the werewolves and the vampires, now there's bandits to worry about. Skyrim really is a exciting place, if you will. No, sir. No. I don't think my prices are that exorbitant. But I tell you what, you deal with the werewolves. You can stay in the room upstairs for a week. No charge. Am I hiring? Well, if you'd like to work for free, then yes. Yes, I'm hiring. Sorry. I don't got any gold for you. Unfortunately, business has been rather tough recently.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age of aggression
That bard's at it
is
again.
just about done.
A drink, of course, love.
Drive out The storm
Yeah, try some of my mead. It's a bit on the potent side today, I'm afraid.
down with Ulfric, the killer of
Thank you,
kings.
love.
On the day of your death,
I have been told that my mead is, pretty good. Even all the travelers around here,
of Skyrim, and we fight all
despite where they come from,
Sovngarde
usually come back
beckons,
once or
and
twice,
one of us dies.
just for a taste of the mead.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and
Yes, he's a talented man. He just needs to write more songs. It's fine when we have more travelers in here, like yourself. But recently it's been all the same folk. And he's been driving them out, let me tell you. Just because he sings the same songs every day. I don't have the heart to tell him not to, though. Tips are free in this tavern. Well, I'm not sure how that works. If you'd like to think of it that way, though. Hey, shh. The political business. It's a touchy subject around here. Like I said, I try to keep out of it. Don't want to make any enemies, you know. Hello, love. Witcher. Well, sounds like you're in the wrong place for that, love. Not sure we have any, witches around here. I've always been a mature lady. What do you mean? Me? I have my moments of not being mature, but, for the most part, I feel like I'm a, elegant woman of age, if you will. Meet you outside. I'm not sure if that's a threat or a invitation. Witches. Witches are a different story. Sorry, love. I thought you were talking about witches. Not sure what that one is. Witches? Do you mean the mages? High Gravens. Oh. Haven't heard of those in a while. Wheel of cheese, love. Like I've told you, this here, this cheese is my lucky cheese. Can't just give it away to anybody. But I do have more in the back. I could give you some of those. Again with the stealing of the sweet rolls. Don't worry, love. I have more. How about I put on another batch? Then we can have even more of them. There's no need to fight over the sweet rolls. I can always make more. Oh, I can't tell you that, love. It's just, well, this cheese has been with me for, some interesting events. And it seems the food in Skyrim doesn't ever really go bad, so I just like to keep it here for good luck. Carnal axe. Sorry, you want to know about what? Well, from what I've heard of, well, there have been travelers from, let's just say, the stranger parts of Skyrim.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named
I swear he
Ragnar
says
the
they're
Red.
all local
Came riding
favorites.
to Whiterun from old Rorik's
Anyway,
stead.
well,
And the braggart
I
that
have
said
heard
he
talk
told of both
that
battles
there
and
are
where he had
a
made.
subset of
He went quiet, did Ragnar
men
Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda,
who
said,
well, they
"Oh,
enjoy
you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed."
lie down and
Serpent came
bleed.
flashing
What
and
is he
slashed with
singing
steel As the
about?
brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
This one might actually be a new one.
And the braggart named
Don't remember
Ragnar
this
was
one.
boastful no more, when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Anyway, I've heard they enjoy well, how do I put this lightly? They enjoy stretching out their smaller orifices. Not really sure what enjoyment they get from that, but then again, you know, I'm not allowed myself. Couldn't really tell you. Ah, you found the giant's toes, are you? And do you enjoy that? Grind them into a potion. Argonian's vitality and virility. You know, I'll keep that in mind if I ever, well, find myself with an Argonian. I wonder, does that work for both the men and the women? How do you suppose they found that out? Sweet roll, of course, love. I'll make some more. Don't have any Nuka shine on me, though, love. Sorry. How about a mead? Milk I do have. Cute thing, aren't you, love? Ordering a milk at a tavern? Would you like me to heat that up for you? Well informed, well. There used to be many travelers, you know, coming in and out from all over Skyrim. Recently, not so much. Again, werewolves, vampires. Now with the dragons. Bit too much action going on. Everyone's a little fearful. But you know, back in the day, many travelers coming. Always hearing new things. Learning all sorts of things, whether I wanted to or not. Although, you know, it is good. Knowledge is power and all that. How am I heating the milk? Well, I've got a little stove right there, can't you see? How else did you think I was going to heat it? Snap. Snap? Did I say it? Gonna be honest with you, love. Sometimes I forget what I said, only a few moments after. Not my greatest quality. Skooma. Not wanting to bring it out right now. Don't have a lot left and, well, the usual crowd gets a little rowdy if I bring it out too early. Oh, someone's starting with the drums. It's rather nice. Rabbit meat. Don't have any on me right now, but you know, you come back tomorrow night, I could get you some. They're not too hard to hunt around these parts. Even with the werewolves. They don't usually go after the smaller animals. Rumors. 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 I think I've told you all I know, really. Unfortunately, I don't really hear anything, you know, outside of Whiterun. Whiterun news is, not all that interesting. Most interesting to happen, I already told you. You know, the blacksmith losing a finger and all after he was found with a, lady cola by his wife. Deserved. Favorites among the types of cheese. Well, you know, I actually haven't seen any in Skyrim, but back where I come from, we have a cheese called brie. And it's very good, especially when you melt it, put it on a cracker. Quite good. Why am I so quiet? Is this better for you? Here I thought we were being atmospheric, but suppose the boss man knows better than me. New menu item. I say, it is quite odd to have a talking fish in here. Never seen one of those. Could be demonic. Maybe we should fry it up. Might be for the better. Hang them on the wall like the ones I have back there. Don't suppose it would taste good though. You know, remember earlier you were telling me about the paralysis potion on the meat? Do you suppose a werewolf would go for a large fish? What say we keep him alive? So it's moving. You know, tie him to a tree. Wait for a werewolf. Even better if it's Irie, really. Heard you're just not a huge fan of, you know, fish. But not in the way that she won't come for it. No, no. In the way that she'll want to torture it. Might keep her around longer. Drench him in some paralysis potion. Maybe give some to him as well, just so he's not too feisty. Do I really sound that British? Gonna be honest with you, loves. Not sure what accent I really have anymore. Been around so many places, it's hard to keep track. A little thyme. Ooh, would that help with the taste? Don't suppose it could hurt. Oh, I don't have any alliance, love. Don't involve myself in the politics of Skyrim. I think we could, yes. A group would probably be best to deal with the werewolf. Don't know how many of them there are. If Irie's leading the pack, and my son's a werewolf, that's already 2. The amount of trouble they've gotten into, there may be more. Told you, love, I'm not sure what the Cloud District is. Gonna have to explain that one to me. I don't get out much. Aria's vampire supporters? Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Who did you say was forming a group to hunt vampires? Might have to get them on our side then. You blush in love? Am I that enticing to you? I've never been known to, you know, be one to, what's the word? Well, entice the locals. The Dawn Guard! Yes, yes. Are they a politically affiliated group? I don't remember. If they are, we might just have to, you know, bite our cheeks for a day. Get them on our side. Can't be helped, really. We do have a problem with the vampires, unless you've got another idea to get rid of them. Temma! Oh, that's one of the foxes, love. Foxes don't cause issues around here. Vampire hates chicken. They love chicken. Well, we're gonna have to figure out which one they are, I guess. Not sure. Never really heard of different types of vampires. Though maybe that's because I've only ever been in Skyrim as of recent. Weren't any vampires where I come from, let me tell you. They chew loudly. Look, they're the regulars. I can't really say much, but it does trigger my misophonia sometimes. I won't lie to you. But downing some mead does help. Would you like some more? Vampires? Oh, no, no, no. Never saw any vampires where I'm from. Scary things I've heard. Never really seen one face to face. I've heard the stories, though. You munch all you like, love. Though I'm not sure why the sweet rolls are so crunchy. Maybe I overdid it for the 20 minutes. Maybe I'll put the next batch in for 15. Not supposed to be so crunchy. Do I like garlic? Yes, I have I'm sure you can see up there, I have a few bunches of garlic. Always good to spice, well, not spice, but liven up a dish. Even just grilling garlic. Pretty tasty. Are you accusing me of being a vampire? No, loves, no, no. Me, no. I just, you know, my line of work does require me to stay up rather late, sleep during the day. Although I do get out in the mornings, like I said, fishing, bright and early. Ah, garlic bread. Used to make quite a bit myself. My fangs! Well, it's not a vampire thing, let me tell you. Nothing to worry about. No, no, I'm perfectly human. It's just, well, I have rather sharp canines. Always have, ever since I was a kid. Am I aware, Bunny? Is that such a thing? I thought there were only werewolves. Of course, there was a, gentleman in here earlier talking about weresharks. Favorite weapon or spell? Well, I don't fight, so I suppose a good healing spell is always good if you're in a bit of trouble. Weapon. If I were to fight. Well, see, I've got a bit of a dilemma. My biggest problem is, don't think I can hold too many heavier weapons. So maybe something like a dagger or a bow could be more fitting. I did actually take archery at one point. It was quite fun. Whips. I've never seen anyone use a whip in Skyrim. Yes, archery is very fun. I only did it as a hobby though. I was a child back then. Wouldn't mind taking it up again though. Stealth archer. You could call me that, I guess. Don't see myself for being, well, hand-to-hand combat is a bit intimidating for me. Do vampires use a dagger? I swear to you, loves, I swear to you, I'm not a vampire. Really. Although I suppose if I was, I wouldn't tell you. How do you suppose I could, convince you? Hold up a moment, loves. Let me, pour myself more mead. Eat garlic. Right? I mean, don't you think having it here is already proof enough? Silver crosses? Don't keep any of those on me. Aye. The last guy who called me a wench, well, he's not seen around these parts anymore. Or any parts, really. Heck, haven't heard that one in Skyrim. Is it a term of endearment? Good mead. Oh, all vampires have lucky cheese wheels. Where did you hear that? Surely that's just an old wives' tale, don't you think? I can't see why a vampire would keep cheese. Me, I have my reasons. No. My former husband, well, he was, like I said, he was a werewolf. Couldn't keep a werewolf round. Unfortunate, really. He was sweet otherwise. Although a little slow. Selling... You heard of my, of my venture into male accessories. Well, let me tell you, the Jarl, well, wasn't really for it. No. I believe he said the words, there's no way that Whiterun will be the first place in Skyrim to sell such a thing. So, there goes my plans. I thought it was a rather good business idea, you know? I could imagine, you know, some lads are rather shy of their, you know, unfortunate parts. I told you, I don't know why the Jarl's so against it. Vehemently, too. Let me tell you, trying to talk about these things just wasn't hearing me out on it at all. I tried, I really did. But unfortunately, you know, maybe he just, you know, maybe the Jarl's just into those things, you know? Maybe he's a little bit more into the anatomy than he lets on. Suppose we all love our things, you know? Me upstairs reading the Argonian Maid. The Jarl fancying, well, male salami. Can't judge him, really. I mean, I can, but, it's not my taste, but, well, I'm not one to say what they can and can't fancy. You know? I suppose he is starting a movement of freedom, isn't he? You know, some things are just so uncouth around here. Never will get used to Skyrim in that sense. It's so ungentlemanly, you know, showing off such parts. But, well, I'm not from around here, so unfortunately change is slow. Of course, love. Milk coming your way. Don't have cookies, though, at the moment. Would you take a sweet roll? Someday. Someday I won't have to deal with these, you know, unsightly things. Although there's a strict rule in my tavern. Yes. All men have to keep their shirts on. Don't care how much mead you've got. Don't care how much gold you've got either. Really. It's unsightly. Why can I not choose to protect my frips? What? Sir, may I question you as to what a frip is? I'm unsure. Does that rule apply to my room? I haven't had a gentleman in my room in ages, love. No rule for pants. Well, that's just a rule in all of Skyrim. You are supposed to keep on your pants, love. Don't know if you're from around here, but most of the gods don't really appreciate it if you're not keeping on your pants. The Argonian Maid. Look, I've told you. Sometimes, you know, It's a lonely, rainy night. A lady needs some entertainment. It's a good book. Can't judge me for that, can you? Three pints, of course, love. Would you mind taking one at a time, though? Want to pace ourselves here. Don't want anyone getting too uppity. That's when the shirts really start coming off, and it's not something I want to have to deal with. Although I've got to tell you, loves, I might have to close up soon. But I've heard there's a place going on. Well, next door there's a sort of after party. Sometimes, usually. Might bring you there. Although, doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. What an unfortunate place to experience a hero. It's a rather unfortunate tale. Actually, I believe we were speaking of that the other day. Speaking about whether it's better to have a well, what's usually there, or
Morning. What's so good about it, huh?
Oh, well, good day.
goodness, I wish those two would get along. No, love, you please keep on all your clothes. Please. Everyone, please just keep all of their clothes on. How's that? You know? We are gentlemen round here, aren't we? Have to say I don't see any parties going on afterwards, though. What do we do when this happens? I guess we'll go to the closest upcoming one, although I can't really tell. For some reason, the times don't show up. Oh. Sir! That chapter is rather heated, isn't it? Might have to close up shop early. With or without the party going on next door. Just, you know, if you keep bringing up the Argonian maid, it's, Is it getting hot in here? Can Argonians wear undergarments? You know, I've never thought about it. Like I've said, I haven't really met many Argonians in my day. But, well, you know, I'm not sure. I suppose the same would go for Khajiits, wouldn't it? Or are the tails a bit higher? How many times have I read it? Don't know if I'm at liberty to disclose that kind of information, love. The song Thongs. Is that one the bard plays? Is that the one he played earlier? It was a strange song. Well, let me tell you, I'm trying to find who might be going next. Having a bit of trouble here. Let me just see. Surely someone will keep us company for the next 2 hours or so at least, before some of us are going to bed. Although I suppose some of you might be just waking up. Let me see. 8 p.m. Oh boy. 10 p.m. Wow, there really is no one. Well, no after parties tonight, loves. Unfortunate. They are rather lively. Can I read it to you tonight? You know what? All right. Since there's no after party, suppose I'll read you a few chapters. It's not a long book, actually. Let's see here. The Lusty Argonian Maid. Don't know where it went. I did send it to, well, I sent it off Irie's way yesterday. Not sure why I did. Wonder if she read it. They've got pasties? Are you saying they already sell them in Hammerfell? Well, now I know it would have been a good business venture. Unfortunate for the Jarl. I sent it to her. I don't believe she read it though. All right. Oh wait, this is Volume 1, but it's Act 4, Scene 3. Hold on a second. Volume 1, Act 4, Scene 3, continued. Act 7, Scene 2. Is it always so mixed up? Well then. I suppose we'll just read it in the order that it comes in, shall we? All right. Another sweet roll, of course, love. Here we are. Sorry, my collection doesn't actually seem to be complete. Never really noticed that. All right. Act 4, Scene 3, continued. Suppose I'll use different voices. The female one will be Lifts Her Tail. And the male one will be Crantius Colto. Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers. Is that all you have come here for, my little one? My chambers? I have no idea what it is you imply, master, but I am but a poor Argonian maid. And so you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail. Oh, you embarrass me, sir. Fear not, you're safe here with me. I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not. Cleaning, eh? I have something for you here. Polish my spear. But it is huge. It could take me all night. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. I do say, it's already getting hot in here. Maybe the mead's getting to me. Better take some more. All right. Here we go. Next part. Act 7, Scene 2. My goodness, that's quite a loaf. But however shall it fit in my oven? This loaf isn't ready for baking, my sweet. It has yet to rise. If only we could hurry that along. How would I accomplish such a task? Oh, my foolish little Argonian maid. You must use your hands. You wish me to knead the loaf? Here? Of course. But what if the mistress catches me? Your loaf was meant to satisfy her appetite. Don't fret, my delicate flower. I'll satisfy the mistress's cravings later. Very well, but I'm afraid my oven isn't hot enough. It could take hours. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. You need a break off that one. Cheers, loves. Take some more meat in before we continue our story, shall we? For anyone just coming in, we're finishing up the Argonian Maid series. From what I have, anyway. Alright. Scene 4, Act 3. Oh, sorry. Mead's getting to my head. Act 4, Scene 3. Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to... Oh, I already read this one. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I? I did. Why is this? I have two of the same thing. Well, strange. All right. Oh, are there only 2 volumes? I only had 2 volumes. Well, that's the end of the stories, love. Didn't realize that. Well, it's always good to leave them wanting more, isn't it? Maybe one day the author will come back and write some more for us. Cheers, everyone. I believe I'm going to call it a night for now. It's getting, bright outside almost. We've been here for hours. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, loves. It's been great to see you. Enjoying the Argonian Maid together. Just going to do one double check that there's no parties going on now. No? Okay. Well, then I'll be off. Good night to some of you. Good day to others. I'll see you tomorrow for, another pint. Good night, loves.